You sell on Walmart, you're probably wondering if there's a Keepa similar to Amazon, and the good news for you is that there is, and it's called Histo. One of the biggest headaches of the Walmart marketplace is knowing the data to make a good buying decision on whether or not you should buy an item or skip an item. Histomart is going to give you that extra data that you need to make your best buying decision so you could buy confidently to maximize your profits. With Histomart, you can see how the price moves over time, how many sellers have X amount of stock, along with when Walmart is in stock and all of the price history. This is everything that you need to know to make an educated decision. For example, we are going to analyze the Lego Duplo My First Puppy and Kitten using Histomart. Now, this is an item that I personally bought a few months ago and it was on sale for $16.99 and it is now selling for $27. When I did initially buy this item, it was actually selling for 32 plus dollars, which gave me a decent amount of profit. So we will use this as an example. Now, if you go over to Histomart, you're going to see that you could search by either item ID, UPC, or product name. When it comes to the Walmart marketplace, I always recommend using the product or Walmart ID for everything, just to keep it clean and consistent. As you know, with titles, there might be a space or a character missing, which isn't going to allow you to search the item. So always use the Walmart ID. So with Martyr, you could actually copy the Walmart ID here and then we are then going to paste it into Histomart. All right, so as we can see here, there are two different listings. We are going to use the same listing that I'm showing you, which is going to be the photo that looks like this. So we will then click on this listing. All right, so as you can see here, there are going to be three different graphs. Now, the thing about the software is it's very clean and very easy to use. Whether you're a beginner Walmart seller or you're already scaling on Walmart, this is going to be very easy and simple to use, which is why I like it so much. In my opinion, the simpler something is, the more easier it is to tie it into your everyday business and use it on a daily basis. So the one thing that I want to point out is that I would always sort everything by all. And the reason for this is, as I mentioned in all my previous videos, Walmart is going to gatekeep a lot of their data. So looking at everything with a wider scope is going to give you the best available data that there is so that you can make the best decision. So as we see here, if we look at this in January, we see that the lowest price was $37.93. WFS price was $37.93 as well. And the seller fulfilled price was $54.95, with the buy box winner being Walmart. So this is an example of an item where Walmart is in stock. And once Walmart is officially out of stock and they do not restock, you could step up as a third-party seller, buy the inventory, and then flip it at a higher cost. This is called Walmart to Walmart flips, and this is about 50% of my Walmart business. And if you're wondering if it's saturated or if it's going to stay around, the answer is that it's not going to go anywhere, in my opinion. Walmart has so many products that are constantly changing every day, along with their prices. So don't think that this is a saturated play. There are plays like this everywhere on Walmart. So it looks like in June, Walmart did go out of stock and the WFS price went up to $32. Now, if we look at the below graph, this is going to be the stock counts, okay? Now, this is very important to see. Walmart is notorious for, running out of stock on an item and then replenishing that stock. And there's really not a good way to tell when Walmart comes back in stock. So that's why I recommend buying a small portion of units to test. So for example, Walmart might have 10 in stock today and you might buy all 10. You look 2 days from now, and then Walmart might have 100 in stock. This is obviously going to slow down your cash flow as you're not going to sell the item as fast as you normally would. So this is where the data comes in handy. So if we look here, in January, Walmart had 640 in stock, and they had 635 in stock in May, which means that they were selling and then replenishing, selling and then replenishing. And if we look at June 2nd, the stock dropped to 202, 129, 109, 101, and went all the way down to 17. Now there are only, fast forward to today, there are only 77 in stock, and these are all by third-party sellers. So if you did find this item online on a different website, Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, Lego.com, and you did find it profitably, you could be pretty confident that Walmart is not going to hop on this listing due to the graph showing us that they have not been in stock until since June 4th. So this is where it comes very handy. You could also toggle what you want to see. So if you just want to see the Walmart stock, you could simply see the Walmart stock. If you want to add the total stock, you could also add that in. along with seller fulfilled and Walmart fulfillment services. Now, as far as how you look at the graph, it's totally up to you. I spend about 2 to 5 minutes analyzing it and I go line by line so that I make the best decision. Now, the third graph here is going to be the ratings and review count along with the offer count. Now, in my opinion, ratings and reviews don't necessarily matter that much. Think about all the items that you buy on a daily basis, whether that's groceries, beauty products, furniture, etc. Be honest with yourself and ask yourself, how many times have I left a review for a product? Because I could confidently tell you that I have not reviewed many products, so I don't really look at the review count. Now, if something does have a review, it is safe to say that it is selling a decent amount, since not a lot of people review products. So on this graph, I'm more interested in the offer count personally. And as we could see here, when Walmart was in stock, there were only two offers, and then it went up to three. Fast forward to June when they did go out of stock, it went up to five. And then fast forward to today, we are at a nine offer count. Now, something like a Lego with a nine sellers on it isn't necessarily the end of the world. If you're not familiar with Legos, they do retire over time. And once they do retire, Lego does not manufacture that set anymore, which is going to cause the price to go up. So this is something that you want to keep in mind. Now, when it comes to Walmart as well, there are a lot of items that do not have high offer counts. If you sell on Amazon, you are familiar with spiked offers and price tanking. It is the exact same for Walmart. So you do want to look at the offer count. If an item is very, very profitable, but there is a high offer count, 12 plus, I am personally staying away because this business is all about churning your money, and I want to make my profits back as fast as I can. Depending on your goals, depending on your capital, depending on your cash flow, this might be a little different depending on each person, but this is for me specifically. And then lastly, the last graph is going to show you the badges. So if you're not familiar, bestseller badge is going to be a strong indication that a product is selling. Popular pick is also a strong indication. Amount in cart is another strong indication. And then amount sold is also another strong indication. So if you take all three of these graphs, analyze them for each listing that you plan on buying, you will be able to sleep better at night knowing that you made the best decision. I have been selling on Walmart for over 3 years now, and when I first started, there was not a tool out there, and I simply used the Walmart app. Fast forward to today, things are a lot more advanced, there is a lot more data, and things are going in the right direction. In my opinion, a year from now, there's going to be even more data on Walmart, which means that it's going to be easier to do wholesale, larger buys, etc., etc. If you aren't familiar with the bestseller badge or amount in cart, this is an example of what that would look like. So if you are on a listing and you see 100 plus bought since yesterday, this is a badge and a strong indication that the product is selling. Obviously, if 100 were bought since yesterday, that means that there is a large demand for this item. On top of that, we also have a bestseller badge, which is another indication that the product is selling. So the more badges you have on a listing, the more comfortable you could be buying it. It does not mean that if a product does not have a badge, you should not buy it. But this is what that means in the graph is like this. So this means, for example, that this product did have a bestseller badge in June, on June 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10, 11, and 12, and also on June 23rd, and now there is not a bestseller badge. So maybe the item isn't moving as much as it did. Maybe the price is a little too high and customers are skipping over it. But this is all data that we can use to make our best decision. Now, if I were to find this product for profitably, I probably would only buy a couple units since I did sell it in the past, but I would want to keep a close eye on the offer count. Now, if you are interested in getting Histomar, the pricing is below. So there is a monthly plan of $18 and you do have a 7-day free trial. So I would recommend doing the free trial before getting the monthly plan. If you do decide that you want to add the software to your software stack, you could also do the annual plan at $180, which is going to save you $36. Money is money, so keep that in mind. This is as easy as it gets when it comes to software, very clean, not too much data, very easy to read. So if you do want to learn more info about Histomore or you do want to get the trial, I'm going to link it in the description below. So that is my 2 cents on the Histomore software. If you are looking to get it, I would definitely recommend it. If you do find this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what YouTube videos you want next, whether that's Amazon or Walmart. There's a lot of opportunity with Walmart in 2025, and Q4 is literally around the corner. So don't sleep on this software and add it to your Walmart stack. Let's get this money. Thank you.